Mount Redtooth. Its top
Evet, devam
littered
ediyoruz.
with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
Evet, döngünün ikinci kısmına geldik. Buradayız yine. Ve buraya geldik.
As history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
Önceden ihtiyacım olduğum şeyleri biliyorum.
Better find Dr. Meadows' car. That's where the camera should be.
Aynen. Ulan. O ne lan? Bir şey atıyor ama nereden atıyor?
Oh, praise be. You guys are coming through for me. A pretty little light just started blinking on my board here, and that means there's a caller out there. You know, when the hours stretch into eternity like this, you feel like I'm just reliving the...
Burada sayfa görünüyor ama nerede acaba? Bak. 21 olduk. Burada bir tane var. Şurada bir tane var. Görünüyordu. Görünmüyor. Tane gerekiyor ya. Oo, çok fazla ya. Daha 23'lerdeyiz. Devleyelim. Mermi varmış. Alalım onu. Gerçi o içeride. Şurada bir sayfa var. Lan ne çabuk yoruldu ya. 15 aç. Bunu alınca hiç silinmiyor değil mi? Ha, iyi bari. Oo, dürbünlü. Ama gerçi dürbün kullanamıyorsun ki bu oyunda. Ama en azından daha iyi bu. Oo, daha iyi. Güzel, beğendim bu silahı. Tek atıyor. Ama mermisini bulabileceğiz mi şimdi? O var yani. O neydi acaba? Tamam. Outfit. Lan. Ulan. Çok fena ya. Bir kere daha vurursa öleceğim bu arada. Sağlığı al.
It's you. How dare you? No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Ver aynı film. Başka film mi var?
I know what you're thinking. Evil
Ha,
twin,
farklı. İzleyelim.
supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff.
Psikopat ya.
Okay, now guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Mantıklı.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened
Aa, o da
before.
biliyor.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed. I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you
Aleykümselam,
go, if you have the time,
Mehmet.
I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained
Baskın
it to me.
yapıldı.
All of
Hoş
this is
geldiniz.
very strange to me.
Aleykümselam. Takip teşekkürler. Eyvallah.
indicates a light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Kim var ki burada güvenliği sağla diyor bana ya.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
I guess they didn't like that. That mountain's trying to kill me.
Selam Salvatore. Nihayet benim izleyicilerden biri geldi. Ya başka kanalın izleyicileri host yapıyor. Eyvallah iyi ama yani ben kendime has izleyicilere konuşmam daha iyi.
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Aynen öyle.
It's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's
Karakter
all
değilim
right to
diyor.
take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Another printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
Evet yine geldik buraya.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought
Aleykümselam
with
Surge.
him to this place is enough.
Serena's probably out of her
Yine
mind
haklı.
again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
Ha iyiymiş. Eski oyunları izleyen bayağı izleyicim var ya. Öyle değişik.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay.
Yine aynı
I
şeyleri
know
yapıyor.
you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could
Bir çeşit
be
zaman
like your
döngüsündeyiz.
wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman or the neighbor.
Ama tabii
I'm
her
already
seferinde
married to
farklı
someone
şeyler
who isn't
oluyor.
Crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on,
Sağ ol Surge.
Totally
Teşekkürler.
come see me. We could have fun. You know.
we'll see how it goes. You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
Yeah. Okay.
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a
Bu da hep
call.
havalardan bahsediyor
Hey,
ya.
you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hadi gidelim oraya.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
Şu kaç taneyle açılıyordu? O neydi lan? 30 bende var. Aç. Ne çıkacak bakalım. Aa, bunun yerine kesikli tüfek ne demek? Pompalı. Ama şimdi taramalı silahım yok. Bir sniper var ve bu var. Yani çok mutlu olmadım içinden çıkan şeyle. Uzi daha iyi abi. Sağ ol Surge, görüşürüz. Her seferinde zorluk biraz daha artıyor. Hop, son anda. Devledik. Hadi izleyelim bakalım şimdi bu manyak ne yapacak.
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know. I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
Manyak oğlum bu adam ya. Bu bizim oyundaki kötü ikizimiz. Bize tıpatıp benziyor. Bizim hayatımızı çalıyor. Yani gerçi izleyenler biliyordur gerçi de. Mermi alalım. Burada bir sayfa görünüyor, onu alayım. Buradaki sandık, bakalım ne var orada.
You're like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
Oo, M4 ama sniper'ın yerine. Niye ötekinin yerine değil? Acaba iyi vuruyor mu bilmiyorum ki. Bu iyi ama çok yavaş değiştiriyor mermiyi. M4'ü deneyelim o zaman. Kalsın bakalım. Ne? Pompalı. Taş bombasını alalım. Bunu geri kapatınca oluyor muydu? Yok. Bunu geri kapat. Şu da yeşil yanıyor ama kırmızı bu. sıralaması var herhalde ya. Aleykümselam diyor. Bak. Ay, örümcekler geliyor. Ulan burada varmış. Ulan elektrik. Allah Allah. Öteki bir de remastered'tı yani. Yeniden yapılmış haliydi. Çok örümcek var ya. O değil de bu oyun döngü üzerineymiş ve böyle olunca ulan çabuk yol. Şimdi geliyorlar. Aynı şeyleri yapmak çok kötü ya. Bir çeşit zaman döngüsünün içindeyiz bu arada. Aynı şeyleri yapıyoruz. Buraları oynadık yani. O iyi geçtim vallahi orayı hiç beklemeden. Buradan labirent gibi burası. Nereden çıkılıyordu? Geldi yine manyak. Harbi psikopatmış lan bu. Sniper bence daha iyi ya. Bu daha kötü. M4 diye aldık ama yani. Öldürmüyor ki adamlar abi. Ben ona geçeceğim. İnşallah burada duruyordur. Duruyor. Sniper'ımı geri ver bana. Ha. Yine oradan yansıtıyor projektörler. Ha, bu spawn ediyormuş onları. Her döngüye girince daha iyi silahlarım oluyor bak mesela. Sniper tek atıyor abi. Çat çat çat hepsini vuruyorum. İyi ki aldım bunu ya bak. Oyunda bayağı ilerledik.
The champion of light knows that the time itself is about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him.
Bakalım şimdi
But
yine
there
aynı
is
şeyleri mi
time
yapacağız
to
yoksa
act.
değişecek mi?
Complete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing. But maybe it's enough.
Ne yapacağız? Bir satır daha eklenmiş. Gece geç olmuştu. Yaz neredeyse bitmiş. Nereden yapmıştım bunu ben? Yaz neredeyse burada. Mayıs. Ağustos ha. Uç filminin posteri. Nerede poster var? Bu mu? Kırmızı yangın söndürücüyü aydınlatan bir spot ışık. Burada. Spot ışık da burada ama bunun yerini mi değiştireceğiz? Bir daha.
It's not enough. You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
Time folds back on itself. Again, his senses scream as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures.
Hayda, yine baştan başladı oyun.
Each time he gets a little closer, each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the herald of darkness.
Ama silahlarım duruyor tabii ki. Bu iyi bir şey. Ve her seferinde bu ev batıyor, ilginç.
Holy shit.
Ve tabii ki her seferinde daha çok zorlaşıyor. Oo. Evet. Ya önceki oyun derken ilk oyun başka bir hikayesi var. Bunun başka. Ne parlıyor ha? 34. sayfayı buldum oyunda. Artık sona geliyoruz diyorum ama bir daha başlıyor, bir daha başlıyor oyun. Herhalde bu döngü sondur diye düşünüyorum ama bakalım.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Burada aynı şeyler yazıyor. Bunu biliyoruz zaten. Ezberledik. Yeni bir satır yok. Vanayı çevir. Müziği başlat. Sonra gelsin telif müziği. Ondan sonra da burayı. Bu arada bu müziklerin hepsinden telif yiyorum bu arada. Çalacak şimdi. Başkaları sırtımızdan para kazanıyor.
Next stop, saving Emma.
Pompalı burada. Silahların yeri aynı hep zaten. Ama silahlarımı değiştirmeyeceğim. Bu ikisi devam. Müzik güzel de... O ne lan? Yine geldi bu ya. Oo, yardımcıları da var. Sen atarsan ben de atarım, al. Abi bir sayfa daha buldum. Kaçla? 40'la mı açılıyordu? Bende o. Ha yok, 3'lü açılıyor. Bunda Uzi var. Bende var zaten.
Is it bad that this time I just went, oh, he's gonna be right along to save my ass?
Not as long as I show up, I guess. Clear now.
Kızla yine de konuşacağız. 4. kere mi? 3. kere mi ne? Konuşacağız aynı şeyleri.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be
Ölmeye
murdered.
I
programlanmaktan.
guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. Are you okay?
What do you think? I've died
İki kez.
twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, it's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough.
Beraber mi gideceğiz şimdi?
You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to try to explain things to you now since you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh, shit.
5 mi?
Yeah. Better not get all metaphysical on me now.
Az önce 155 kişi
I'm
vardı.
like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like
Hepsi gitti.
atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments of somebody's imagination?
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Burada bir taslak sayfası bak. Oğlum bunları aldıkça yeniden mi beliriyor bunlar ya? Yoksa üzerine mi yazılıyor? Anlamadım ki. Tanesi burada ama gidemiyoruz. Herhalde görev güncellenince oluyor. İnşallah kız yine ölmez bu sefer. Bizim manyak ne yapıyor? İzleyelim yine.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not gonna keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do.
Evet lan en iyi arkadaşım o. Sana ne ama?
I actually kind of like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town?
Ha, önceki oyundan şerifle çıkıyormuş bak.
Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that? I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah.
Manyak ya.
Yeah.
Güzel yapmışlar ama. Kötü ikizim ha. Hayatımı çalıyor. Sayfa buldum ha. Çok fazlasınız. Şöyle bir bomba atayım. Hop, fake. Lan burada varil varmış, keşke bassaymış. Lan bir kere de atla oradan ya. Artık merminin yerini ezberledim aynı şeyi oynaya.
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Bak yine ölme.
I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Evet söylemiştim.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead. You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah, I guess it just got easier once I got this thing off my chest. I just feel so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know? He was smart and charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway? He looks like you, he uses your name.
Aynen.
Why does he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half. He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world. Listen, I need to get going.
Hadi güle güle. Bu odada mı? Açılmıyor ki. Arkada mı oğlum bu? Arkadaymış ya. Gideyim alayım onu. Nerede? ...37 oldu maşallah. Bu oda. Ve yine gidiyoruz.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
İnşallah bu sefer son olur inşallah. 3. tura atıyoruz.
Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows he will have what he needs.
Hello, I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging,
Bak.
but you should still
Benden önce
during the
halletmiş.
primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to
Tabii
light
onun
the engine
hafızası
before
da-
these things even show up.
Yerinde duruyor. Pompalı tüfek. Geç. Sniper iyi abi. Bu şekilde devam. Oyunu böyle bitireceğiz.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
Ulan bastım ya. Hop. Totosunu tutuşturdum. Ama bir şey olmadı yine ya. Burada shortcut var. Da yol. Burayı da öğrendik. Hop. Oğlum bunlar ışık tutmayacakmışız ya, Allah kahretsin. Çoğaldılar. Ha, bu araba sıkışmış oraya. Rahat şey yapabilirim. Allah'tan sıkışmış. Sıkışmasaydı bu da kovalardı.
Come on in.
İzleyelim mi yine, bakalım ne yapıyor.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts. At first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life. But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
Leah. Eyvah.
We need to protect the telescope or we can't complete the signal.
Ulan bu müzik ne? Nihayet geldi ışıklar.
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits,
The
but
signal! Yes, it's completed.
finally. If all goes well, this should be the last time we
Hadi
go through
bakalım.
the loop.
You know, I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No, you can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could—
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
Oğlum o zaman bizi deli idare edecekler iyice.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, They will be enough, or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
Hadi bakalım, inşallah son yerdir burası.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
Burası neresi lan? Bu sefer direkt otoparktan başladı.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
Ulan ödüm kop. Arkadan ne ara geldiniz? Ulan çoğalıyorlar. Allah kahretsin. Ulan yine çoğaldı. Ses var ama nerede? Oradasın. Ne geldik buraya? Buradaki sıralamayı çok çözemedim ama. Heh. Oğlum buradan daha önce geçmiştim ben. Şimdi geçemiyorum. Bu sefer biraz değişmiş burası. Ulan ödüm.
never getting out of this, Wake. Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life.
Ben de müzik çalsa diyordum ya.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
Bunu izlemiştik zaten daha önce.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Bir projektörde. Bu mu? Değil.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now! It's my life! It's my life!
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This
Ulan,
scene takes
Night
place
Springs diyor.
in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
Galiba aynen. O ilk oyundaki Night Springs videoları vardı ya, onun gibi bir şeye bağladı sonu. Çok anlamadım onu. Yani şey miydi yani, bir belgesel film gibi bir şey mi izledik yani sonunda? Her neyse, Alan Wake serisi sona erdi. Benize teşekkür ederim. Alan Wake 2 çıktığı zaman onu oynayacağız. Çıktığı gün. Ya ilk oyunda geçiyor ya bir televizyon programı. Uzay şeyleri gösteriyor falan. Onun şovunda zannettim ben onu, sonuna bağladığı için. İkinci oyunda devam ederiz. Başka oyunda görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın. Aynen yazar.